TNN's exclusive coverage of the Hardee's Frisco 200 is brought to you by Split Fire, the patented performance spark plug. It only costs more till you use it. In just 8 laps, the complexion of this race has dramatically changed. Here's your new leader. Jeff Burton made up 5 seconds in 20 laps. Let's have a look and show you. During commercial, he went past Mark Martin like I thought Mark was going to pit.
You know, we saw the 8 car run down Presley, pass him. He reeled Martin in real quick. And now that he's cleared Mark, he's pulled out 10 or 12 car lengths. So this car really came alive in a hurry.
Yeah, it's a big gap back to the second place car. Now, Mark Martin runs in second. And then it's a good ways back to the 59 of Presley in third. There's your leader, Jeff Burton, going off into turn number 1. There's Mark Martin. There's the separation, first to second. And there's Presley, the black car on the right side of your screen. So it has really opened up here. There's Mark Martin watching the new leader get away up into the corner.
We saw earlier Mark Martin and the 59 car able to stay right in the bottom of the racetrack. They've used them up a little bit, and they started slipping and sliding. The 8 car drove right around both of them.
We are halfway here at Richmond in the Hardee's 200, 3rd race of the year. And a Busch Grand National regular is trying to take home the big money. Jeff Burton. Larry Pearson has made a pit stop. It's the Stanley Tools car back on track.
You know, we heard him say that the pit stop will be around lap 130. We're right at the halfway mark at 100 right now, so these guys will not have an option. They'll almost have to put tires on this next stop. Sometimes on the short tracks or intermediate like this, they'll just put gas only, but they'll probably make a tire stop this time.
3 seconds is Jeff Burton's lead now over Mark Martin. We have been caution-free thus far.
Boy, sometimes on a track like this, it'll come to you. The 8 car was back there in about 5th or 6th place, and I don't think he actually picked up speed. I think the other guys lost something and kind of backed up to him, went right on by him going the other direction. He's maintaining the speed for the rest of them, and he's holding that lead.
Now, they slowed up, and he did. Darrell Waltrip has fallen out of the race, and a few minutes ago, he talked to Randy Pemberton.
Darrell, disappointing day for you. What happened? What is it, a calamity of errors or a comedy of errors? I'm not sure which. The power switch to the battery turned itself off to start with. Had no power. Had to come in here and get it cranked up. And now something broke a oil line or a line came loose. I didn't stay around long enough to find out, but not very good.
At least you got tomorrow. You're looking good there.
Oh, I'm ready for tomorrow. Yeah, just get this out of it and go on to tomorrow.
Mechanical gremlin.
Like you could almost sense, he said, the motor cut itself off. I'm telling you, that switch is a big switch, and it's real physical to turn it off and on. If that car cranked with that switch on and cut off going down the back straightaway, that does raise a lot of questions. How could it do that? I'm sure Darrell was a little upset.
I would say so. Here's your leader, Jeff Burton. Dave Resendiz just behind. Here the car is out of the race already. Jonah Robinson, Phil Parsons, Harry Gant, Curtis Markham from up north, Davey Allison, Darrell Waltrip. All those Winston Cup drivers falling by the wayside.
Boy, we had the 51 car completely sideways. Presley was going under him off the corner. The 59 got sideways, almost had a wreck off turn 4.
There they are in turn 1. You see Presley has gotten past. The incident car is that white car right side of your screen.
Looks like he's had some kind of problem. He was on the outside and got sideways, and now a lot of the cars going by him.
Rookie driver Eddie Goodson out of Darlington in the Sam Ard car. Backing up. He'll be in the pit soon. David Green still with a good battle there. Still up there fighting with Butch Miller. Let's have a look.
See, there's Presley on the inside. See the 59 car there, real loose on the outside, right down in front of Todd Bodine. Gets it straightened up. Bodine did a good job not to run in the back of him.
Goodson, a regular at Myrtle Beach Speedway, trying to make his mark.
Car 51, I call it 59 there, Mike. I missed just a few numbers.
59 is the car he was almost into. Rick Mast going by. Mast is still the 7th place car here. As leader Jeff Burton moves in on Terry Labonte, who's running 10th. Obviously the last car on the lead lap. Phil Martocci, the fellow who owns Burton's car, told me yesterday they made the switch from Ford to Chevrolet, thought there would be a big learning curve and a big period of adjustment. He said it's been anything but. He said the Ford people have been great to work with. The support at the track has been terrific, and he couldn't be happier having made the switch.
Mike, I think people don't realize how active the sponsorship they have with the manufacturers in the Busch Series. It used to be strictly winning the Cup, where they put all the emphasis. Now they're down here in this Busch Series because it gets so much recognition, good quality racing, that the manufacturers here are making things available for these teams. And I'm telling you, you can try a car the first time out of the box, and it's a potential winner.
The Ford of Burton leads this race over Mark Martin. Big battle for third spot. There it is. Robert Presley, Joe Nemechek, Bobby Labonte's car, David Green there, and the 99s caught them as well, the sixth place car. Here's Presley coming to the pits. Falling out of that battle, let's go to Glenn.
All right, Robert Presley has had problems. The car has been getting away from him. They thought they had a left front tire going down. They're gonna have to bring him in a little early. The car has obviously gone away as he's falling back to fourth spot.
Glenn, the
caution comes out. He's going back out. He came down pit road. He did not stop, pulled back out. He will get to make the pit stop under caution. No harm done. Boy, that was a big break. And he waited just a little longer, he'd have gone a lap down.
And he has, Glenn, because Jeff Burton went past before Presley got out on the racetrack. The caution is for Roy Payne. Looks like one of those Hyde Tools scrapers has got to the front end of Payne's car. The whole right front suspension has come down. And we're under the first caution of the day. We'll come back and recap and cover pit stop here at Richmond in just a moment. We're back at Richmond, and we're under the first caution of the day. Texas driver Roy Payne bringing out the caution with the trouble on the right front of his Hyde Tools Chevrolet, and now most all the lead cars are coming to pit road for service. Here's a look at Roy Payne's car. It's in trouble, and so is the car in the picture we're about to show you with our TNN Racing photo fake out for today.
Can you spot what's wrong with this picture? If you can, you can win a trip for two to the Pie Royal 500 in Phoenix, Arizona on October 31st. Just call 1-900-454-4TNN. Each call costs 95 cents per minute. Average call 2 minutes. No phone call necessary to enter. Or send your answer along with your name, address, and phone number on a postcard to this address. All correct entries will be eligible to win the grand prize, a consumer sports package of the make and model of the winning race car of the Lane Co 200 airing on TNN May 23rd. The winner of this TNN Racing Photo Fakeout game will be announced Sunday, March 14th on Race Day. Be sure to watch TNN's coverage of NASCAR's Busch Grand National Racing to play the next game.
Mike, I got it. I got to go make the call. It's the only thing I'm sure of this year. I get to make my call, and I can go to Phoenix, I promise.
Operators are standing by. I don't think we're eligible. Mark Martin got in and out of the pits in 26.4. That's why he's ahead of Jeff Burton, who had a 32.9 second stop, and Joe Nemechek 34.9 seconds. There were 13 cars on the lead lap just before we had that caution flag we're now being shown. We'll reset the running order for you here in just a second. Work continues on the right front of Roy Payne's car, but it looked from all those sparks like he was doing a good bit of damage to that suspension as he came around 2 laps trying to lose as few as possible.
Well, I tell you, who came out on the short end of that deal was Robert Presley.
Oh, yes.
Coming down pit road, he made the right call. He went on through the pits, but he couldn't get up to maintaining that speed that you have to on pit road. Still, Burton was able to lap him down the back straightaway, so, boy, it caught him in the pits, cost him a lap.
Right. Remember, 40-mile-an-hour speed limit down pit road, so Presley had to go at that speed while Jeff Burton, the leader, was still speeding around. Speaking of speeding around, Pat Patterson will be speeding around the world with all the news of auto racing. 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, and that's the time every week for race day. You can get up to the minute news about all of Sunday's events and all the results from Saturday and all the news. Race day 11:30 a.m. Sunday, and then race day p.m. with all of Sunday night's action later on the network that brings you more Busch racing than anybody else, TNN. Larry Pearson down on the inside as Rick Mast makes his pit stop. Next Saturday, TNN's cameras will be at Hampton, Georgia, Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Slick 5300. Plenty of good tickets remain for that race. Ticket office is open today, as it is up in Martinsville, Virginia, where we'll show you the Miller 500 on March 21st. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow. April 10th, we'll be back up in Hickory, North Carolina, the Mountain Dew 400. And May 23rd, the Laneco 200 at Nazareth, Pennsylvania, are the upcoming Busch Series races on the Nashville Network.
I was looking at the camera here, Mike, to see there's Robert Presley. He's already moved in that outside lane. Here's a couple of guys got black flag. They're holding on lap, the 51 car and the 5 car on pit road. They had the black flag out there keeping them in. But what I was looking to see if Presley, this is going to be an opportunity for him to get up there on the outside and try to get that lead lap back on this restart. And do get to the restart.
Looks like we'll still have a lap or two of caution. They do have a wheel and tire fitted to Roy Payne's car, but they're just going to push it behind the wall.